Super excited to visit with a very funny comedian from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Zach Dresch. Zach, how are you, sir?
Good, John. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. I'm excited to see you on Friday night for Last Comic Standing Sioux Falls edition. Were you a part of this last year as well?
I was not. No, I wanted to be, but I just had a scheduling conflict, so I had to miss out. But I'm super excited to be there this year.
I'm excited to have you there this year. And here's the thing. How do you not have a scheduling conflict? You're in, 943 bands, and you're a busy dude.
That is the actual correct. You've tallied correctly, sir. Yes.
No, you're with Sioux Falls Improv. You do that. You're in several bands. You are a very busy guy because you got a lot of stuff going on. But you're a talented guy, and all of these different fun outlets to use your creative ability has to be kind of fun for you.
Oh, it's great. I'm honored to get to do so many different things, put on so many different hats. So it's been a really rewarding and interesting, fun experience. And
if you were told you have to pick one, would it be hard to pick a favorite, or is there one that's like clearly this is the favorite?
Well, it's kind of like picking a favorite child. I love them all, but I guess if I had to, I don't know. It's hard to say because like stand up, you can kind of you're self-reliant, so you can just do everything on your own. I love it all. Improv is kind of like the first thing I really started doing where I felt comfortable on stage. That was kind of the starting point. So I guess improv, if I had to choose one,
nice.
Improv would probably be the main, that's my bread and butter. That's kind of where I got started with everything. So,
and with the improv, that lends very nicely into comedy, into acting, into all of these other things. But how different is it when you're on stage by yourself? It's all you, but you also are completely in control of what's going to be said. When you're doing improv, it's not just you. You've got other people to lean on, but they could take you in a very different direction, couldn't they?
Right. Yeah. And I think both comedy helps balance out improv. Like improv, it's all off the top of your head. Comedy, it's like a marriage of written material and improv. So it's kind of just like meeting both of that together and seeing what happens. And basically I have my material for stand up, and depending on how the audience reacts, that's where the improv brain kind of kicks in.
I love that. That's very cool. Now, in the bands that you're in, do you do the same thing in all of them? I know you're a drummer. Are you a drummer for all of the bands, or do you do other things too?
Drumming for all of them, and then I'll do lead vocals occasionally if the song calls for it. But it's mainly just drumming and vocals. So that's the main two that I do.
Do you play other instruments as well?
I don't, or at least not successfully. I would like to learn more, but it's just I don't have the time. I really want to.
I can play any instrument you hand me. I just play it very poorly. So, but I can play them all.
I feel that. Yeah.
No lessons whatsoever, believe it or not. Yeah, I can believe it.
You're kidding. Yeah.
So is there kind of a thing that would be Zach Dresch's dream job? Is there something that you, like as a child, you said, boy, when I grow up, I want to be this? What would that crazy thing be?
Well, I think the ultimate would be Saturday Night Live. I mean, that's an ultimate dream job right there. But if I could perform stand-up or improv as my main job for a career, that would be the ultimate if SNL never happens kind of thing. Like, I mean, I would love to perform for my main job. That's the dream of mine. Or be a touring drummer or a musician would be great too. If I could comfortably do that, that would be the ideal situation.
And what came first? Did you do music first and then improv and then comedy, or what was the order on those?
Yep, it was music. I was playing in bands in high school, and then I started doing plays and theater stuff in high school, and I did college, and then improv happened, and then I started doing plays and more plays, and then stand-up happened junior year of college, and this year has been my 10-year anniversary doing stand-up, so it's kind of like 20 years doing music, about 13 to 14 years doing theater-based things, and then improv or stand up for 10 years. So it's been kind of all over the place.
Well, if people listening would like to find you somewhere, where is the best place to find you online? Do you have certain social media that's kind of your favorite?
Yes. Yeah. I've got ZachDresch.com is the main website that my lovely partner, Becca, creates and designs. And she's a fantastic artist in her own right. And also, I mean, social media too. Like, just look up Zach Dresch, you'll find that too. But ZachDresch.com is kind of the main place to find all the dates and all the crazy things that I'm doing. But that's kind of that's the main place.
I'm excited to see you Friday night, and that $1,000 could be yours. You definitely have what it takes. Do you have an idea of what you would do if you won $1,000?
Help fund more projects. I think
Nice.
that's the main goal. I mean, that's what I'd like to do, because I like to do a lot of different things, and a lot of things you got to do from the ground up. So I like to have that work mode mentality. So that's what I'd like to do with that going forward. So that's the goal.
I will be there Friday, and I look forward to seeing you perform. It's always a pleasure. Zach, thank you for your time, man.
Likewise, John. Appreciate it. I will see you Friday.
Again, Zach Dresch, very funny stand-up comic from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and you can find him at zachdresch.com. You can also find him on stage Friday night for Last Comic Standing, Sioux Falls edition at the District in Sioux Falls. All of the details at facebook.com/Sioux Falls Comedy. And thank you very much for listening to the Sioux Falls Comedy Podcast.